Emma, welcome to Toronto. You're here as a tournament debutante, but you know the city well, don't you? Just how do you know the city? Tell us about that.
Yeah, it's great to be back in Toronto. I was actually born here, so it's going to be really nice for me to, visit around the places I used to be and live. And I think to play the tournament as well will be really, really nice. I mean, for sure, also to play it for the first time, so I'll have the experience of where everything is. I'm still kind of finding my way around right now, but yeah, I am looking forward to being in Toronto.
We saw a quarter-final exit in Washington, but it felt like there was a bit of a newfound belief in you, and you must be pleased with that run and the confidence it gave you, especially running into these big events.
Yeah, it's nice to get a couple matches, 3 matches, and get 2 wins. I had a really, really tough second round match, and it was like the longest 2-set match this year. So I definitely felt it the next day, and in those conditions, it was pretty brutal. So it is good to have that in the bank coming into this week. So it's just about recovering and getting back out there.
Let's talk about pressure. It's a question you get asked a lot, especially since last year's big event at the US Open. Do you feel like you're coming to terms with all that and are growing as a person and using it in a positive way?
Well, I think that from me and from my team, like the pressure is only either what I put on myself or what I expect from myself. I think that's the biggest probably thing that determines how you deal with it, how you feel. But also more of it is just like, I mean, I only feel the pressure or think about it whenever I'm in my press conferences, because every single question is about pressure. But other than that, so the only pressure is from you guys, really.
That's fair enough. I'll remember that next time. You mentioned your team, and tell us about how it's gone with Tursunov. Just summarise that for us, please.
Yeah, it was pretty good 3 weeks. We haven't discussed. We're going to talk this week and see about going forward the rest of the US swing. But yeah, it was obviously a positive 3 weeks, and nice to get a few wins last week as well.
The draw gods haven't been too kind on you. It's Georgie, which is going to be tough. Just going on last week and confidence and momentum, do you feel like you've got the weapons to tackle Georgie this week?
Of course, I mean, she's defending champion, so she's obviously going to be a difficult opponent. She plays really fast tennis, and it's going to be a really challenging match for sure. So I've got to just, recover as best as I can and prepare for the next one. So yeah, I think that having played last week, it definitely gives me a bit more confidence, and I'm, looking forward to the match.
And finally, it's the US Open series, so it'd be silly not to ask you about the US Open. How excited are you to return to New York and to face that challenge once more?
Yeah, I think that I just love New York as a place, as a tournament, as a city. I love everything about it. So I'm really looking forward to just going back there, and whatever happens, I think that it's going to be a nice close to a chapter, go full circle, and then regardless of whatever the result is, I can just, start again, clean slate. If all my points drop off, then, I work my way back up, and I think it'll be, regardless of what happens, a good, fresh start.